Welcome back to the John 2 zone.
You can turn it down if it's too loud. Just turn down the
Uh,
monitor.
well, I mean, Harrison already put it like this. Welcome to the 30th
Here, I'll
episode.
do it for you.
Okay, hold on. No. I'm a man. I'm a man. Actually, no, I'm not a man. Why? I shouldn't know how this works. Real men don't know how this works. They wear a Carhartt and they know how drills work.
Real men are ignorant sluts.
Amen. But yeah, welcome back. Jesus Christ. Woo, everywhere. Yeah, episode 30. Harrison's not here, so I'm looking at the ones and twos. Yeah, what a weekend. Eventful weekend, but I'm not going to get into any of that. I'm going to get into how at work, I actually did work. And I was at the gym, and I was like, I don't need to be here. I genuinely, I was working out, and I was like, I don't want to be here, and B, I don't need to be here. I worked up a sweat because I had to carry a bunch of heavy tools around and ship them out. And after I did that, I was like, I still got to go work out. And then I went to work out and I was like, this is dumb. And then I realized work should just be that. That should be your workout for the day, working. I think most real jobs involve some type of workout. If your job doesn't involve a type of workout, I don't think it's a real job. If you don't break a sweat on a daily basis, that's not a job. Yes, you get money. Yes, you get paid. Family, wife, kids, security, a future, but that's not real. You need to go to the forest and cut down a tree. Do some deforestation. That's how you really make it in this world. But it felt good. I really wish I did more of working out at work because that would make me feel better just in general about life, because I would be like, oh, work-life balance. Get my workout while I'm working and I don't got to worry about it for the rest of my days.
You just got to start playing Foursquare or something with Excel sheets.
Yeah, you could do that. I know. I definitely remember playing what was it, Battleship in class on Google Sheets. Me and my friend were just like, yeah, let's do this. I was a good student. He was not. And so, but I wasn't a goof. I was still a goof on occasion. To say I wasn't a goof would be lying. But I love playing games. What can I say? I'm a player like that. Yeah, thanks for that. I needed that. But yeah, no, I felt good. Now I'm just really tired. Now I just did I did 2-a-days. Again, I'm back in high school, baby. I'm working out twice a day and overthinking everything. That's where we're at in life. I've totally forgot that my whole life mentality for a while now has been limit what I have to think about. That's why I have the same dinner every week. The same thoughts. I say the same words. Not because not because I'm a simpleton, but because I like to think about other things. I like to assert my mind. I hate it because it's the same mindset that every fake it's like the $1 billion mindset Instagram pages. They'll be wear the same shirt every day. Don't have to think about anything. Just it frees up your mind to other things. But it's real. I think it's real because it at least helps me with okay, I don't have to deal with what I'm going to have for dinner. I know I'm going to have for dinner. I'm just going to go at it. And I can think about other things. But now, whenever I forget to think about other things now. Now there's things I should be thinking about that I'm not thinking about, and suddenly they become problems, and now I have to think a whole lot more, and that just worsens the whole scenario. So, me not thinking and streamlining everything inevitably it creates just more problems, and I don't I really don't know. I finally got a shoe rack. That's what I'm building up to. I finally got a shoe rack because for the longest time it was just me throwing my shoes under my bed until one day I realized I was like, this is enough. I can't keep living like this. I can't get. I not that like I can't like soulfully like I could live like that for the rest of my life, but just physically I couldn't keep pushing the shoes under the bed. They would keep on just rolling out. I'm like, get back in there, stay there, and they didn't stay. So I was like, all right, I guess I got to get a shoe rack.
I guess shoes really don't listen to reason.
No, not at all. They're flawed in that way, and that's why I don't really like them. But now I have to.
Flawed souls.
Very flawed. I got a lot of flawed souls. One right here too. A couple right here too.
Yeah, I just got new shoes the other weekend.
And it was the same. It's the same pair of shoes.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
the same
much.
exact shoe. Not pretty much.
No, it is pretty much. They're not exactly the same pair of shoes. I know because last time I got new shoes, I got the exact same pair of shoes. These are slightly different.
And how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't started wearing them yet because, like, I haven't been going out enough to warrant needing them.
That's fair. You have been kind of posted up inside. It's been a rainy week.
I mean, it's been fairly nice out the last couple of weeks. I just haven't had anything to do.
Fair. I mean, what was that?
I think Jose was adjusting something.
He needs to stop adjusting it.
He needs to become better adjusted.
Yeah. But I was gonna build off something you said, but I totally just forgot. Oh yeah, no, same exact shoes. That's another, not like compartmentalization. I don't think that's the right word. That's just more streamlining is the only word I can come up with. I don't have a big brain today. I'm tired, but it it just makes it makes life so easier. So like I get it. I see you wear the same pair of shoes. I'm like, God. I'm like, no, that makes sense. It makes everything so much easier. But yeah, I added the shoe rack. I think I'm gonna find a way to put it in my closet because now it's in the hallway, and I'm not used to having something in the hallway. And I remember whenever Div was at the apartment, there was something in she had something in the hallway, like a desk or whatnot, and I never got used to it. I would be stone cold sober, run into it. I would be very drunk and run into it.
Yeah, I forgot to bring up my clothes from the dryer last night, so I had to go grab them in complete darkness, and I of course didn't have hands free to have my phone flashlight on going back up. So I remembered at the last second that, oh yeah, there's a shoe rack there now. I'd better not run directly into that.
I know, it's such a. I did that last night too. I was going to bed and I turned off all the lights. I'm like, it's right there. Nothing could happen. Nothing could possibly go wrong. And then something went wrong. I stubbed my toe like a foolish man that I am. So, yeah, streamlining's fun until you realize you put your brain on the back burner, and just simple things like that will get you. And that's also why I'm excited. I'm getting a new desk. This is huge. I've had that desk since I've moved in. Since I've been in here, I've gained a computer, a whole computer, and an extra monitor or 2 monitors, and 3 including my work laptop. So now it's just way too much stuff, and I have way too much stuff just in my room in general. And that's another thing. It's it was very easy. Just put stuff on the ground, put paperwork, decorations, just on the windowsill. And then it got to the point where I needed to stop streamlining and just putting everything just okay, I need to get a real desk that can handle all of these.
Yeah, I probably need a new desk at some point, but I'm kind of just putting it off because I know we might not be here for longer than another year.
Yeah.
So I want to if we are gonna move out, I want to get something that's suitable for the space directly. Because right now, my quote unquote desk is 2 smaller half desks put together, and my
Yeah.
PC is just underneath one of them.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yeah, I should have thought about that a little bit more. But
I need somewhere to file away my like parking stickers for every month.
mhm.
Speaking of parking, why the fuck are they putting a speed bump in outside our house?
That's a good question because I saw it this morning and I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because
They
like
never
our street ends like
right there.
yeah. Like there's no reason people would be going like 30 miles per hour on our street because it ends right there at the end of the block.
Yeah, someone just had to have complained. Someone sped through there way too many times, and they're like, "There are children here, sir. Put a speed bump."
Yeah, maybe it's those guys that stole my catalytic converter back in the summer.
Probably, yeah. Those guys, they want nothing but the worst for this street. But no, that just adds to the misery.
Yeah, and what's annoying is that it's directly like intersecting with like the primo spot for me when I can get my car there.
Oh my God, yeah, that's terrible. No, they didn't think that. They didn't think this through at all. I want to know who did this. LMAO, who did this, and how can we get reparations? Because it's ridiculous. These people,
Yeah, who approved this?
they add speed bumps and they go unanswered. Who is being held accountable? Who are these elected officials? We vote for Joe Biden and we can't even hold him accountable. What's the deal with this, folks? This is all his fault, by the
Yeah,
way.
you want to do something for the roads around here? Like give us a better bike route than like, because like you know how there's like the little bike route signs on like streets or whatever. The one on Addison, like nobody should be biking along Addison. That
No.
is like a 2-lane road with like parking on both sides, no space for biking anywhere.
No. That's why Chicago is voted one of like the worst cities to bike in.
That is not true. It's voted one of the best cities to bike in.
I saw worst.
It could be both. I guess of cities that have actual bike infrastructure, maybe, but like
Yeah. I mean,
overall, it's like one of the most biked cities in North America.
because it has like really good, like the lake view is
Yeah.
like super nice. Like once you get into the city, it gets like a lot harder to bike around.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes less of it becomes more of a hobby and less of like a
Actual transportation.
yeah, not a means for like getting around.
Yeah, like there's a section if you follow the river bike path up towards Niles that you have to like go on a thin sidewalk along I don't know what it is, like Foster or whatever. And there's a good stretch where there's just it is not safe and you have to like cross the street like 3 times to actually be on something relatively safe.
Yeah, that's why I don't like biking. I mean, I don't trust myself and I don't trust drivers as a whole. There's a huge mentality, especially like in the city,
Mm-hmm.
where it's what is it? Weight over I don't know what the correct termage of it. Weight over freight or something. Freight over weight.
Never heard it.
Instead of like the right of way, it's the weight of way, or like I think that's, I forgot exactly how the saying went, but it's like freight of way, I think,
Maybe.
or it's just like I'm bigger than you, I had the right of way, I will hit you.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one time I was biking down, I think, Roosevelt, because I was like down in the loop and I went to get lunch somewhere, but I had to go over a bridge over the river, and like there was technically a bike path there, but there was a bus directly behind me, and the wind was awful, so I was like barely not getting blown into traffic going 30 miles an hour.
Ugh, Jesus.
I decided to walk my bike on the sidewalk on the way back.
That's so defeated. Anytime I see someone walking their bike, I'm like, that's not what you planned to do. You planned to ride it.
Yeah, granted, I did also have a bag of food with me, but
Okay, yeah, but people do crazy things with bikes. You think they carry food? They put babies on bikes.
it like a month or two ago, I went home and was biking, and the wind was like I think 20 miles an hour, which I hadn't anticipated. But I was like, though, in the direction I was going, I had to get off my bike and walk since it was so bad, just to get like to the place where I could turn and not be going directly into the wind. But I was looking at the street beside me, and there was a bunch of like broken off tree branches just skidding along on the pavement, going about as fast as the cars.
God damn, yeah. Wind's a bitch and a half. Windy City, baby. She blow me kisses. Yeah, that's why I don't like. I think that's why I also never got into skateboarding. I was just too afraid of it as a means of transportation, and I only got into it because I was like, this kind of looks cool. That's about it. I just want to be able to like. I want to be able to longboard. That's it. Not really skateboard as a whole, because it's not a reliable means of transportation. But like, if I can get somewhere, if I can like go somewhere on a bike, not a bike, on a skateboard, I feel like that's cool enough. That's it did its job. A skateboard is not meant to go long distances. It's meant to pull up, look cool, and then pull out. That's about it. So that's the transportation segment of the show, and our gripes with it. And I was talking to my coworkers, and that came up, and I was like, yeah, I just don't really get into like car stuff, just because I'm a transportation guy. I don't even get into like buses and trains. I don't know. I need to start paying attention to something.
Yeah, I mean, the big news recently is that Illinois lawmakers are proposing that they combine the CTA, PACE, and Metra into one thing so that they can like do funding easier.
What would be the benefits and the
so it could consolidate a bunch of stuff, like take out a bunch of middlemen and whatnot. There's potential for like fair integration, so you don't have to double pay when you're like going from the blue line to the Metro or something like that. Which that would be like the biggest potential good of this.
That's the only thing I see, so I need to see the downside.
Yeah, the downside, probably a bunch of jobs are gonna be lost, and there's potential that like giving more power to like the suburban communities that Metro goes through would like give them an oversized amount of power over the CTA, even though they're not the ones using it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be organized like that. I don't know the specifics of the bill. It could be,
but yeah.
I think overall it would probably be a good thing, but I know there's some instances with other cities. I don't know what the notorious one is, but where the suburbs just completely dominate the funding because that's where all the rich people are.
No, that sounds about right. Those damn rich people. But yeah, I see nothing but good. I hope. Hopefully they make it. Hopefully they make it perfect. Hopefully we live in a perfect world. That's the ideal scenario. Speaking of perfect, and I was kind of alluding to it with the Windy City. Drake is a pedophile, certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you meant by this was a big weekend because I didn't remember anything happening on the weekend. Now I remember that this is why you care.
Dude, a lot of people care. There's like...
I'm not implying that people don't care. I'm just saying I don't give two shits.
I know you don't, and I respect you because I say it to you, and you're not looking for attention whenever you say you don't care. You just genuinely don't, and I respect you for that. Some people got on the internet and was just like, I actually don't like this, and then they're like, who cares about rap? I've never heard a Drake or Kendrick song, and I've never listened to any of this. And then they're like, oh, okay, bet. Go through his history. Boom, video of him playing Fortnite and saying the N-word. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, you were saying to me when we were driving to get dinner that if I weren't friends with you, I would have listened to that song in full.
Nah, I think I played Euphoria. You might have... No, Euphoria, no. You will definitely hear... is it... They not like us. They not like us. Is that the... Yeah, not like us. You'll definitely hear that song. That's a song this is what I really wanted to get to because whole Kendrick Drake beef, cool. Drake's a pedophile. We already knew this. Kendrick took advantage of this, put it in a song, and he made it very catchy in the song. It's a West Coast style Drakeo the Ruler type song, and what is it? Mustard Beats, I think that's his name, or Murder on the Beats, one of the two. Oh no, it's Mustard. But he's a really good producer. Very, it's a very cool beat, and now they're playing it on. It's such a big song they have to play it. Like, not like they have to, but they're starting to play it like on TNT for NBA playoff games.
Oh, jeez.
They started playing it. They're like, it's over. It's over for Drake, pretty much. TNT is playing the song that is calling him a pedophile. You don't just go away from that. Like, if someone tomorrow made a really good song about me being a pedophile, and I came up with loads of evidence that I am not one, then TNT would be like, we're not touching this dude. That, you don't just call someone a pedo. If you call someone a pedophile and there's no credible evidence for that, you're a psychopath. Everyone looks at you weirdly, and usually you don't get the benefit of the doubt. You get viewed as a crazy person. You call him a pedophile and he got licensed on TNT. Now he has to just deal with that. He can't even watch the NBA without and the lyric that they used was Kendrick implying that since Drake disrespected Tupac, that someone in Oakland should kill Drake. I'm not joking. They imagine watching the NBA and be like, you are going to be dead. If you step foot in the city of Reno, you will die.
I shot a man in Reno.
Like it would be if you step foot in South Africa and you're going to be murdered for all the shit you talked about Elon Musk. Like, all right, man, shoot, I guess. But no, I think that was like the most insane part to me. No, actually, no, not the most insane part. There's a complexity to all of this. But I thought the funniest part was like he has to deal with this now. It is I don't think I showed you it, but there's a video of it being played in the club, and sometimes DJs will just like yell random parts of the lyric. I'm not trying to mansplain it to you. I'm just making sure. But the DJ, he grabs the mic, turns off the music. Whenever they get to the line, he's like, "Certified pedophile." Just chanting that in the club. And yeah, it's over for Drake. It's over. I don't think you come back from the entire country calling you a pedophile, and like the most fun way possible. Genuinely is. This was the most fun way to ever call someone a pedophile. I think a lot of people also brought up like good points where it was like both of these men are using women as the punchline for a lot of their beef, and I don't think a lot of people realize that this beef has kind of gone into uncharted territory as in rap, because I mean there's been like some pretty bad diss tracks, but like some of the places they went to on like this one is just like genuinely just like mean, disheartening, not disheartening, but just like genuinely mean, genuinely airing out dirty laundry. That is weird. Like Tupac was like, first off, I had fellatio with your wife, and everyone was like, oh shoot, yeah, like this goes hard. This one, I don't think it goes necessarily as hard. Like I think, like not. Yeah, like more musically, like I enjoy listening to like Tupac's and like Biggie's diss tracks more. This one just felt it felt different in the direction. Now every diss track has to be like, I need to find dirt on this guy and it needs to be good. And I need to be able to. This isn't rap. This is investigative journalism at its worst.
Peer-reviewed diss tracks.
Yes. No peer-reviewed diss. I don't think we've had a single peer-reviewed diss track. We will get to that point where you have to, like, oh, Drake has a second child. Name your sources. Cite your sources. APA style. It's like, oh shoot. I guess so. So, yeah, I don't.
Man, who uses APA though? Use MLA.
It was the first one. I think I was going through it alphabetically. APA, MLA.
I don't think we had to write a single APA formatted thing.
I had to do it once and I hated it.
But what class would have that been for?
Girl, I don't know.
I
I just remember doing it. And whatever class it was, probably didn't matter. MLA was the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think MLA kind of stopped even mattering even then. Like, you do the basic styling, like you put the little blurb in the top left with your name and date and whatnot, but then you kind of don't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah, MLA kind of fell off low-key after, I don't know. I just haven't needed to cite a source.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I only spread disinformation. My sources, I made it up. This is the personal opinion piece. But I will flaunt it out like it is real, genuine journalism. I'll be like, I had a bunch of ways to go, but I just didn't. I took none of those directions. I thought all of them were bad, so I'm stepping down. But I don't think I would be able to live if someone had a diss track and it was just going around like that. It would hurt me like not just emotionally, but just like, I think I would go crazy. I think I would. Being in the public eye to that extent that Drake is crazy. To have barely anyone come to your side, be like, he's not a pedophile. Kind of left on an island.
Yeah,
Epstein's
like
island.
just that alone, like compared to like the who's the Nickelodeon guy that's been under fire? Like the
Dan Snyder?
maybe yeah.
Yeah, big. Yeah,
like even he has people going to bat for him, but Drake, I haven't heard anybody.
It's mostly like the OVO guys and like DJ Academics. Do you know who DJ Academics is?
Nope.
You live a better life because of that. I hope you know that. Like I don't think you realize.
Over the course of this podcast, I've come to realize like how much better my life is for not knowing who random people are on the internet.
I know this is funny because I tell you about things whenever you don't think and you buy the same shoes and like the way you put into like good things. You learn calculus and physics.
Okay, I don't know calculus.
some
I've
extent.
never taken a calculus class. I didn't even
You
take
haven't?
pre-calc. No.
You didn't take pre-cal?
No. I took algebra 3, which was like the first half of pre-calc, but
That's crazy.
it was honors, but like I feel like calc is probably something that I by all purposes should know, but I just never had to take a calc class, and I hate taking math
I
classes.
saw you doing vectors.
Yeah, well, that's just algebra at that point. And I mean, I don't know how the fuck matrices work.
Brother, I'll teach. Hey, guess who did calculus? This guy.
I mean, understand like what calculus is, but I don't
hate
know.
it.
I can
I
usually
hate
just rely on computer programs to do all the calculusy for me.
I don't know why that blew my mind that you didn't, because I took calculus junior year, brother.
Mhm.
But like, granted, did I do good? No, but I mean, I know it to some extent. I could do the simple problems.
Yeah, I think if math homework wasn't a thing, I could actually take a calculus class. But math homework, like I've very rarely ever gotten like A's in math courses just because the homework is so mind-numbing to me. I cannot do it. Like I do fine on tests and I understand the material, but you ask me to do homework every night and I want to shoot myself in the head.
I'm the exact opposite. I can do the homework mostly because like I can figure it out. I can ask friends for help, and I can cheat.
Yeah, the issue for me isn't like figuring it out. It's just like going through the effort of doing that every night and doing the same problems over and over again.
That's the easy part for me because I'm just like, I can get through this. I'm not like by myself. I can ask people for help, and it doesn't have to be like that. I don't know, like mind numbing, just like going through it. And by I don't know if we're almost there at 30 minutes. Welcome back to the John 2 Zone. Um, Breaking news. Drake's bodyguard was shot today. I totally forgot. I saw the news like earlier today. I didn't know if it was real or if it was just like whatever. But yeah, drive-by shooting at his house. Security guard was shot in the chest. Um, I think the funniest thing to come out of this is DJ Academic said there's supposed to be new music today, but because he got shot, they like held back. And I feel like that's just Drake's way of being like, oh yeah, I definitely would have dropped some music if your homie didn't just shoot my fucking bodyguard in the chest. Definitely not. I definitely have music, guys, but you're the one stopping. If for 1 second, just stop shooting at me for being a pedophile, I'll drop some music. Trust me. But no, that's crazy. And then there's rumors that UMG was mediating it. You don't go online and call someone a pedophile and that be orchestrated. You ruin a person's. Drake was being booed just like there. Like he was. Granted, I know he has his Aubrey's Angels, as they call them. They're gonna show out for him. But like this is a big it to just like his credibility and like a just like as an artist too. Because one of the lyrics, he says, "You're a colleague. You're not a colleague. You're a colonizer." And he talks about all the Atlanta rappers that he's stolen flows from, that have had people ghostwrite for him. Funny story. You know how he calls Toronto the Six. Atlanta is Zone 6. But the ghostwriter for Drake is from Atlanta, and he was like, "Well, I'm ghostwriting for Drake. I need to give him whenever he writes, he's obviously like Zone 6, but he has to find a way to spin it for Drake. So it's like, oh, the 6. So yeah, Drake, and he's a ghostwriter, so he's not gonna get that much. What's the word?
I have no idea anything what you're talking about right
Credibility. He's a ghostwriter. He writes.
Yeah, I know what a ghostwriter is, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about otherwise.
Zone 6 is Atlanta.
Zone 6 of what?
Zone 6 is the nickname for. It's like the Windy City.
Oh, okay.
That's they're like Zone 6.
Why?
Same way they call it the Windy City.
Well, I know the reason they call it the Windy City is because of all the politicians. I don't know why they called Atlanta Zone 6.
You know what? That's a good question. I've never asked that question. Zone 5. Let's Google that. This is a little history lesson. Where is zones? All right. Zone 6, Atlanta. Atlanta Police Department, Zone 6. What is considered Zone 6 in Atlanta?
Okay, so just what I'm gathering here, there might be a particularly like notorious in the rap scene area in Atlanta called Zone 6, and that's just expanded to be the whole city because it's like a police zone, which makes sense.
East Atlanta. Yeah, no, this makes sense. Okay, actually, yeah, everything. Yeah, Zone 6, East. Okay, yeah, no, this is. Dots are connecting because Gucci Mane talks a lot about East Atlanta and Zone 6. So, yeah, East Atlanta, Zone 6. That's where a bunch of rappers come from. And Drake, picks apart. It's like if, like a bigger, I don't know, just any artist in general steals from like a smaller artist. Steal like, I don't know, some aspect of them, but builds it for themselves and not builds up that guy. So, kind of like Euphoria with the how like it's like really like ooh like super colorful and whatnot. Like, like people are like dress Euphoria, like Euphoria parties. We've talked about Euphoria parties.
I wasn't
that.
sure if you were talking about the show or the song.
No. Oh, okay, my bad. I forgot.
Because that's like the one thing I know about this situation is that there's a
it.
song called Euphoria.
God damn it. The one time I don't need to know something and you know it. But yes, no, the TV show Euphoria, Sam Levinson, that artist direction did not come from Sam. It came from someone else, and she did not get like any of the credit.
Mm.
It's basically the same exact thing. That's what Drake is. That's what he's always been. But yeah, no, it's
You think he stole Anita Mac's win?
100%. 100%. He's a nerd at heart. He is a big fucking nerd. That's what he is. And the fact that he's tried to shy away from that
embarrassing.
Embarrassing. And I don't know. It's less real. I don't know. He's not very genuine with it whenever he like tries to act that way. Because like, yeah, he is cool, but like he's now at this point he's overplaying his hand in the sense that he's like, I am the cool guy. It's like, anytime you think I am the cool guy, probably not. There's a certain number of people that can be like, I am the cool guy, and everyone's like, yeah, no, he's right. And I don't think Drake's one of them. I don't think he's allowed to do that, especially because he was on Degrassi, and he has that one GIF of him. Of him waking up on Degrassi? I have not watched the show, but what I gather from this is, so you know how like in the show he's like paralyzed from the waist down because he got shot in the back.
I don't know anything about this show.
You don't know anything about? Okay, Drake was in the show. School shooter is mad at Drake's character. Drake's like, "Come on, man, don't shoot me." He runs away. Dude shoots him in the back, like, I don't know, somewhere in his spine, paralyzes him, and though he learns like to be humble. And I think the way he learns that like he finally got over his paralysis is he wakes up one morning, he looks down, just there.
I mean, I don't know I don't think that's how that works. Because like that's just a blood flow thing. Your blood flow doesn't stop when you're paralyzed. Otherwise, your legs would just fall off.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it now because it's such a funny meme. Because someone was like, Drake, think about the kids. Oh my, let me see. Oh wait, no, he might. I don't know why he's getting it, but yeah. The existence of that GIF alone should show you what Drake is. He's just an actor turned artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like Childish Gambino, because he embraces that more nerdy side of, he's like, I am an actor turned rapper, and that's just me.
And he's still cooler than Drake will ever be.
Yes, just because he's not a pedophile.
Yeah.
I think he wins. I had to think that through, but yes. Speaking of Childish Gambino being cool, ? The Met Gala was, what is it, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday, and the stars were out tonight. Last night, I mean. But the thing is, with the Met Gala every year, they have a theme. No one really knows what that theme is. You don't figure out until like 3 days after. I feel like they make up a theme. That's how like it goes. But anyway, every year they're like, the stars are out tonight. It's only the women showing out. They have like these cool dresses. They wear like this cool stuff. And all the dudes just wear suits and like tuxes.
Okay, well, what wasn't the whole CeeLo Green dressing up as C-3PO or whatever thing the Met Gala, or was that something else?
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
I appreciated that because it was like, oh, okay, he's doing something weird. But no, it's just no, here's the thing now. peep game, lock in. Dudes now, whenever they want to make a statement at the Met Gala, they wear a tux, right? But they also wear a dress. They wear like a skirt. They beat the gender norms.
They just do it to Harry Styles.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's not that cool. There's one dude that pops out every year, and he's just cool. He's a guy that is cool. Let me find. He's in Euphoria. His name. Shoot. Oh no, I accidentally put Sue-phoria. It's Dominic something, not Dominic Fike. Oh no, it's Domingo. Coleman Domingo. He always shows up. He's got so much sauce. It's like ridiculous. It's oozing out like the pores. And he like, I don't know, he had like really cool pants. That's all you really need, cool pants. But he's the only dude that like looks cool. Bad Bunny was all right. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It always pisses me off whenever they show the dudes, because like majority of the time they're just wearing a tux, and it's like, come on, guys. I don't get how you have that much money, and you're like, you know what, regular tux.
Yeah, we need more people showing up in like a Gundam suit or something.
Yes, exactly. I don't know what's holding you back, because these people, like, we're going through like terrible times. People are getting laid off left and right. We're funding billion-dollar wars, foreign wars, and just free speech is being denied on just like college campuses. And you're like, well, you know, we like celebrities, I guess. Let's watch the Met Gala. And you can't even do that right. You got to be like, oh, yeah, you're just a loser who can't dress. It's like, just pay someone to dress you cool. I don't know what's stopping them. I genuinely want to know what's stopping them from being cool besides themselves. Because, I don't know, it frustrates me. Because I was like, dude, if you put me in the Met Gala, I'm just going to ask Coleman Domingo. I'm like, put me on to whoever's styling you. Just put me on. Let me peep game and lock in. Because I want to look cool. And that just sets the standards higher, I think. But no, they're just like, actually, we're going to wear the same old just tux. I don't know. It frustrates me.
Yeah, and like the Met Gala is one of those places where you can like look ridiculous and it's all right.
Yeah.
As long as you look like sufficiently ridiculous.
If you're going to show off exorbitant amounts of wealth, don't do it with a $5 million regular looking tux. Do it in the most absurd way possible. Because the way they do it, it's just like, it just frustrates me more than anything. Rather than like, oh, wow, I should see what they're wearing and be like, that's crazy. Like, I can't dress like that. The first thing in my mind shouldn't be like, I can recreate this. I shouldn't be able to. No,
nobody should dress like this. This is performance art.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it should be. Performance art. And if like, I mean, like some people, Coleman Domingo, he gets his fits off. I respect the hell out of him. But yeah, everyone else just pisses me off because they just wear tux and dress and suddenly they're fashion icons. Like, no, you're not. You're a loser who got lucky, got cast in the Challengers, and now you're there. This is definitely not directed towards this. Challengers was just the first movie because I saw the guys from there. I actually like them. But they're one of the guys. One of the guys in that, they did tux in the dress. And it's just like, come on, guys. Let's have some higher expectations for ourselves. But that's the John 2 Met Gala rant. I don't know if I had anything else on the Met Gala. That was about it. Let's see. Met Gala sucks. They calling Drake a pedo on TNT. Working at work. Thinking less is good for me, but I need to think more. A shoe rack changes everything. Drake responds again. Oh, hey, one of my talking points is Drake house gets shot up. Bang. this is probably a quick one, but should food be a little cold or a little hot?
It depends on the food.
Yeah, that's what I think I was. It was whenever I was eating the butter chicken,
Mm.
and it was like it was hot. It was hot where it wasn't burning my tongue or like my mouth, but it was still like hot to where like, am I really enjoying this?
Yeah, that's a problem I always run into with my beans and rice, which I'm probably gonna make after this. Because like I gotta wait 20 minutes of doing nothing for it to like finish boiling and being done, and then like I go straight to eating it, and I can't tell where the spice of it begins and where the like just the it's really hot still ends.
Yeah, it gets rough. Like I don't. Here's my conundrum. If you had two choices, the food hot to the point where it's like you don't burn the mouth of your tongue, but it's still like
Yeah, you gotta go like
yeah, you gotta or it's cold to the point where like I'm not gonna throw this in the microwave, but like I'll still eat it, but like I'm not gonna be that happy about it. Which would you choose?
I don't know. Like I think it would depend on the food, but on the other hand, I feel like you're probably having a better taste experience with it being too hot. Because if it's too cold, then you
Yeah.
just feel like fuck my life.
That's what I was thinking.
Because if it's too cold, it's probably because you put it in the microwave for not long enough, and you don't want to do it again because you're hungry.
Yeah, it's because too cold. I feel like at that point I'm just eating not slop, but like I'm just eating to eat. I'm not really eating for like the enjoyment of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like trying to get it down.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a better chance that if it's slightly too hot, then that it's good than if it's slightly too cold.
Yep, that's the age old conundrum. I don't know. Yeah, because I would. It depends. If I'm in a rush, I need it cold.
Yeah, I feel like one of the exceptions would be pizza, because slightly too cold pizza is fine, but
Oh,
slightly
yeah,
too hot
pizza's
pizza
good.
is just hard to eat.
Yeah, because it's like there's no.
Because with the sauce and you're burning
It
everything.
gets and then like everything falls off the pizza.
Yeah.
And like you don't really know what to do with it. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just okay. We got more out of that than I thought we did.
Yeah.
So
It's an interesting question if you actually think about it.
yeah, because I don't fried chicken,
Fried chicken.
hotter, right?
That's a slightly too hot.
Yeah, slightly too hot because you want it a little bit crispy.
Yeah. Yeah, and generally the crisp kind of takes care of it because that's not going to burn you immediately.
Hot dog.
I feel like I've never encountered a situation where a hot dog is too hot.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, I wouldn't mind it cold, but I was like, how hot is too hot for a hot dog?
Yeah, like
I don't think I've ever had a hot dog.
yeah, no, like I've had that with brats, but that's because like the skin on the outside is so impenetrable, so it carries the way too much. But with hot dogs, it's just kind of slick on the outside.
I don't think there's such thing as a hot dog.
Yeah,
There's no
they're all
I can't-
lukewarm dogs.
Yeah, I can't think of because like you can burn them to a crisp, but then like you eat them and they're still.
Yeah,
You can eat them right off the oven, or not off the oven, but off.
right after they're done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I guess I've never really thought about that. Not that it's anything to be thought about, but like,
no, yeah, that's. It's just interesting. I don't know. Like, are we?
yeah, like,
Are we
thinking about
idiots? Are we
burgers.
forgetting something?
I don't know.
Burgers you can have too hot.
Yeah,
Definitely. Pizza,
pizza definitely.
hot dog. I'm trying to think about a time.
Yeah, like I go to Bratfest every year, and like there, like it's not hot at all, but like even then, I can't think of like I can't imagine the sensation of a hot dog being too hot.
I don't. Is it crazy enough to say that no one has burnt their mouth by a hot dog? I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of anyone like, the hot dog. Like, because I feel like that's too silly.
Yeah,
If you get burned by a hot dog, it's like, Well, it's in the name.
Mm.
That's on you. But it's never happened.
Yeah. Like, I think it's also just such a lowbrow food too that you're never gonna have one like hot off the presses. It's gonna be like on a roller or something while you wait to have it.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is such like a mundane thing, but like I'm.
Yeah, I don't know why.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a.
Yeah, like even when you're like boiling hot dogs as a kid, you've yeah, like I'm thinking back to my childhood when my mom would boil hot dogs and like you could just have those immediately.
I know you could just stick a fork in it, eat it, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
And, and then off the grill, microwaving it too.
Yeah.
This is crazy. We're gonna have to get the feds in on this.
Yeah.
Someone called the Navy. This is what. Finally, 30 episodes in, this podcast has raised an interesting question. Has anyone ever gotten their mouth burned from a hot? That's crazy.
Yeah, because like maybe a chili dog, because the chili can hold the temperature, but not a hot dog. Just
It's
got to
be from the hot dog, not from something that's it's not a topping.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be from the hot dog. But it's.
I feel like we gotta like walk over to Wrigleyville and like just do some like polls. Like, have you ever burnt your mouth on a hot dog?
Jesus Christ, we're on to something here. I'm trying to think of how we could be idiots about this.
Yeah.
And how if we told someone this, they'd be like, "Oh no, you're stupid as fuck. This is why." But I just can't.
Yeah.
It's not the bread, because then burgers,
yeah,
pizza,
and brats too.
brats.
It's like I've definitely burnt my mouth on brats. I have not conceivably burnt. Yeah.
Sound off in the comments if you've ever had your mouth burned by hot dogs, because this is. I guess.
I think the casing is just too weak to hold the temperature for long, and then the rest of it's too consistent to have pockets of hot air.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. Because we need to ask everyone we know this question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's contain it to the small circle of this podcast and our friends, and then we'll expand from there. Then I'll post it on my TikTok and just ask every other person. I'll ask people at work, like, "Hey, have you ever burned your mouth on a hot dog?" Because in theory, you should.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, "I want my hot dogs burnt." Like, oh, okay, they are going to be on fire. They are literally on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But you never get your mouth. You never get burnt. You never get burnt. Are we a hot dog propaganda podcast?
I don't know about that.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. Like, hey, it's again, raise the question: are hot dogs good cold?
They're fine cold. I feel like the issue with hot dogs is that there's a very narrow spectrum of quality. Like they're never gonna be like god awful, but they're never gonna be really good either.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Doghouse hot dogs.
Yeah, well, see, the thing about hot dogs is that it's not about the hot dog. It's about whatever else you put with
toppings.
it. Yeah.
It's topping heavy.
Because you can have a really good burger, but you can't really have a good hot dog. It's got to be some other type of sausage for it to be good.
That's fair. I'll give you that. But damn, yeah, okay. I don't know what else is there something we're missing? I don't know. I'm not thinking too hard into it, because if you're also having this conundrum, then I feel grounded. I feel like we're in a good space. I'm not like psychotic break.
Yeah, I feel like Harrison wouldn't be like, "Oh, you guys are idiots on this either."
No, yeah, I think you would agree, or at least he better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We can ask. I'm gonna ask my coworkers. I'm gonna ask everyone, anyone that will listen to me. If you're anyone that can hear me. I think that's going to be my new thing now.
Yeah.
I mean, we can make it our thing, but we started you will never get your mouth burned by a hot dog. Damn. All right.
Because like it can definitely be a little bit too hot, but it's not going to be to the point of burning.
No, I've enjoyed hot dogs way more whenever they're like a little bit hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hot dogs cannot be too hot. It's in the name. She.
And it's like The Good Dinosaur. It's got to be a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a hot dog, not a too hot dog, not a scalding dog.
Nope, just as hot. Not burning. That's crazy. All right, I think we beat the hot dog to death.
Yeah.
I've been getting deep into to mobile gaming. And I don't know how good that is. It got so bad. Have I talked about my Clash of Clans kick on here?
You've been talking about Clash of Clans. I don't know if you've talked about it on the podcast.
I don't think I have. I'm deep. We got like a couple of minutes left, but like I'm deep into Clash of Clans. If you want to join my clan, just DM me. I'll add you. I do not care. If you're in on the ground level I'll give it a month. If you just DM me and be like, I want to join your Clash of Clans, by all means join. But it got so bad. I've been, deep on Clash of Clans. But there's another game that I played whenever, I don't know how old I was. It's called Hero Wars. I don't know if you've...
I think I've heard of it, at least from ads.
Yeah, I know. I played it whenever I was a kid. It was... You know how I had this...
Does not look familiar.
Okay. Well, it's because I was on Airbuds, just like looking at things, and I saw this image from a phone number we had from like an old contact, and I saw this, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a game I used to play whenever I was younger, and I was like, shoot, I don't know what this game is. So I reverse image searched this, and I found this. Then I reverse image searched this, and I had to keep on looking, and then finally I found like a name or two after a couple of dead ends, and the app is dead, but they restarted it with a new one, and so now it's just like Iron Man on the front. It's right there.
Huh.
So yeah, now I'm just doing now I've been on that, and it's like consumed my time. I think it goes hand in hand with the beginning of the episode when I said like I think too much. I think I'm playing games like 2048, Clash of Clans, and this one to stop thinking and to kind of just like buzz it. But it's also stopping me from doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to delete them. I don't know. Because it's taking up most of my time. I used to be, not used to be, but like I used to be big on like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, active on those, and also like dating apps because I am single and lonely. So I was like, all right, let's try this. If I go on there, I probably spent less than 10 minutes on dating apps, less than 5 minutes actually, and most of my phone battery has just been mobile games. And I think that's an issue. And I think I need to cut down on my mobile games, but also it's like so much fun to just like, I'm just like, let me send my Batmans over. I need to raid these clans. I don't know what it is. I think I just don't want to think anymore, and I think that's why. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Or maybe you're underthinking it.
That is the age-old question. What can I control and what can I not control? Can I control my mobile games addiction or let it suffer? I don't know. How many minutes do you got left?
1.
Like and subscribe to the podcast. Give me like $20 so I can advance my career in Hero Wars. I need to upgrade my base. I need to upgrade my Batman and my Iron Man and my Captain America. Just in general, I need to upgrade some things. So hit my line. Fund my addictions, please.
Tell us whether or not you've burnt your mouth on a hot dog.
Yes, that's the main takeaway. If you take away anything else from this podcast, check if you have ever burned your mouth on a hot dog.
Go ask your mom.
And maybe if you have, maybe consider you're an idiot. Consider that. I can't think of any other reason why. I really can't. Just let me know when we're done.